Hey baddies, welcome to another Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Today's video is all about the karma that you're serving. You are their karma. So grab your comfies and your snacks and join your auntie on the other side. So I'm so happy you all are here today. And if this is your first time to my channel, welcome in, welcome in. It's wonderful to have you, and I hope you will stick around. If you're a returning subscriber or member, hello, my lovelies. I hope all of you are doing well and taking good care of yourself. I deeply appreciate each one of you who invests time, resources, comments, likes, donations, etc. to the channel. It really does help keep this channel going. So I thank you so much from my very, very deepest part of my heart. I really, really do. It's tough out here in these tarot streets. So thank you all so much. This Sunday, I will be channeling Lilith live for the Coven members. So if you're interested in that, you can check out the join button down below, and it'll have all the information for my memberships. Alrighty. Okay, so before you are 3 cards, these are your psychic linking objects. I'm going to be pulling as I go today. And I will insert a little video for those of you who need more time to see which group you're drawn to. All right, so go grab your snacks and your comfies and join your auntie on the other side for this really fun, insightful, and healing reading. Bye, guys. Hey, group 1, all of you who selected House on Haunted Hill, this is going to be your reading all about you are their karma. You are serving them some karma. So this should be a really interesting reading, and I wanted to start off with these archetype cards. I haven't used these in a while. Let's shuffle them up, shall we? Now, as I was getting ready to do your reading, I really felt a kind of, I hope my microphone, I hope it's not too far, too close to my mouth. Anyway, I heard Tinker Toys. Something about Tinker Toys or toy soldiers. Sorry, I've taken some meds, y'all. Your auntie has the lupus, so all right. Okay, we have athlete. Decides to transcend physical limits, including any limitations through illnesses, etc. Development of personal willpower and strength of spirit. There you are. Okay. I think you've overcome a lot. And this includes some illnesses here. It doesn't mean necessarily that you're cured, okay? But it does mean that on some level you have managed to overcome what feels like people in this house didn't think you could do. You're doing things that they thought you couldn't do. If they only knew, huh? I feel this one. I feel this one. And that top one. So that's 4 of those cards we took today. Okay, we have teacher. Ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. You've grown wise, and they're still talking about you. That vampire. There they are. There they are. They're still talking about you, honey. Man. And I want to say, after all these years, they're still talking about you. Can you believe it? And you have found your way out of the house on Haunted Hill. You know, they remade that in the 90s. And people are locked into this house, and, you know, you get $1 million if you survive, kind of thing. But the whole thing's rigged. You know, it's rigged by a millionaire, billionaire, whatever. And I feel like it's almost as if they wanted to or tried to rig the game against you. You may have been a bit of a scapegoat in your family. You may have been the one that they had the low expectations of, the one they didn't invest time nor energy in. Okay? And it feels like this person with the vampire here, it feels like they liked the energy that they caused, the energy that was created by the misery and suffering that they caused. They still like it. They like talking about it. This is the kind of person that calls you up not to talk about, you know, let's go out to eat, that kind of thing. They want to hear about how awful your day is. Not because they want to help you through it, but because hearing about your bad day makes them feel good. They feed off of it. They feed off of it quite a lot. We have fatal attraction. They become the idealistic person they think their partner wants and loses their self-identity. They want to force a certain image on people. And if people like you reject that, then you become the outcast. You become the pariah. You become the object of, well, we're going to talk about them because they're not all wearing a beige sweater. And in this house, we all wear beige sweaters, if you know what I'm saying. You're just too colorful. You always were too colorful. You always were too different, too unique. It's like a living person in a house or a family full of NPCs or vampires. We have String Along Stan plays mental mind games to make others feel as if there is a future, but gets off on others' codependency. Yeah, they like it. They like it. Okay. So we've kind of answered the question of like who this is. Okay. I'm feeling like this could be a group, family, one, two, three people. Okay. It could be two people. It could be a matriarch or a patriarch. But there's definitely this energy of like dance for me kind of thing. Do what I say. If you don't, you know, bad things will happen kind of energy. Let's get into the karma coming through for this person. Let's get into that. Let's get into this. True emotional deck wants to come out. Okay, tell me more about this. Tell me more. Okay. Tell me more about this. What is their karma? It's like karma for making you play small. Karma for not seeing your gifts. Karma for causing you to shrink yourself. We have police station. I feel lots of oppression with this card. Well, I'll tell you, karma. You know, you lean on others. Don't think that energy isn't going to come back on you. So someone's leaning hard on this person is what I'm feeling. They're leaning hard. They're leaning hard. I hope this person, you know, if they've done anything illegal, That's someone's watching him. Okay. We have all these cards that came out. So we have phony, trickster, illusion, fairy tale. Someone's catching on to their lies, their fakery, love, hate. Yeah, someone's definitely catching on to them. Fake busy and feelings. Oh man. I feel like there's definitely people who are catching on to this person. And I feel like in love relationships, I feel like the truth about their devious ways is being revealed. Tell me about these devious ways. Tell me about their devious ways. This is lying, manipulation. I feel like for some of them, they're hiding from some kind of truth here. Okay, we have Scream, The Call. Oh, and we have Hereditary. Okay. For some of you, there's some kind of stuff going on in the family. Okay. A truth being revealed within the family. Okay. And I feel like for many of you, you tried to tell them. You tried to tell them and nobody listened. And now they're going to listen the hard way. Okay. I feel like the gossip has gotten out of hand, and I feel like truth is coming to light. Tell me more about this. And a lot of this relates to you. I feel like you may be in separation, so you may not know this is going on. We have the King of Swords here. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Intelligent, analytical, detail-oriented. Why do I feel Virgo here? We have the World. You know, it's interesting with this particular World card, what I'm picking up on is somebody who wants to run that cannot. Tell me about this. Yeah, we have the Seven of Swords. I want to run from my lies. I want to run from what I've done, from maybe some illegal things I've done. You know, I've tricked people, and now they're seeing me for the liar I am, and I cannot get away. Tell me about it. Tell me about this feeling. I feel them like they feel almost Seven of Cups. They feel overwhelmed. Absolutely. But this is you. This is you. I don't know if you have casted or prayed for this, but there's some kind of truth being revealed here through the lies. And I want to know about this World card. This one right here. This one. This one. That's two. Oh, we have the Devil and the Hierophant. Fake. Fake. This person is toxic. They're fake. And they're being found out by somebody feels like an authority. This could be authority in your family. This could be authority in their work. This could be literally the police. Okay. And this Devil card feels particularly, it's almost like the heart of this person is exposed. And any lies they've told about you will be revealed. Okay, to people. They're being revealed. Or they have been. Okay, and this is in motion. I feel like they're moving to places of toxicity within their life. That's what this is. They're moving to places of toxicity in their life. They're finding out hidden truths. If you've ever seen Hereditary, this has King Payman in the movie as the demon who possesses the mom and the kid and stuff. I don't know if you've seen it, so, but anyway, and it's almost like some of you guys have a spirit involved in this energy. Okay, we have Death here, And the spirit may be generational, and it's fighting for life right now. This spirit is, because I feel like you have come in to break this cycle, to transform. And this person is not going to get away with this, okay? There's too much toxicity and lies and codependency. There's too much manipulation by this person. It's almost like they're wearing it on their sleeves, and it's just like they're waiting for someone to spot it, okay? The call is coming from in the house. And I feel like for you with the fake busy, I feel like for you, I feel like loneliness here a little bit. Like some of you had to remove yourself from this situation to heal, okay? And it's left a hole in your life because you don't have people. But these weren't your people, okay? This is a very unhealed group right here on House on the Haunted Hill. Very unhealed, trickster-like energy. The kind of people who will mess over their own family, okay? And I think that this analytical king here is starting, and it doesn't, that could be any gender, okay? That's energy. Air sign energy could be Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. But there's just this energy here of really starting to listen and pay attention, especially if you're absent. Like they're starting to wonder, now what Bubba just said doesn't make no sense. Maybe Jamie was right. Maybe Bubba is a liar. Maybe Bubba did what Jamie said. Maybe Bubba did steal from the family business, or maybe Bubba did lie about XYZ, whatever. And it's a thought process coming from this energy here, discovering the truth about this insidious energy, okay? And it feels generational. So you may have generations of busybody, codependent, vampiric energy in your family, or whatever group this is. It could be work. Work can be one of the most toxic places. Friend groups can be very toxic, especially if you're close. So, use your own discernment here. But the thing is, this person's getting caught up in a web. And look, this dude's on fire. I can't get away. I cannot escape this. They see me for the devil I am. The vampire I am. And I'm seeing like in the Wizard of Oz, where the witch melts. That's what I'm feeling here. Like someone who's caught, and it just kind of destroys all their illusions. And they have to deal with some reality. Now, for some of you, the karma of this involves justice. And I'm not just talking the casual kind. I'm talking about legal justice, especially if you have like kids together or anything like that. We have the hangman here. I'm not taking reversals. Oh man. Ooh. Ooh, that feels like I am stuck. I'm stuck and I cannot get away. I am stuck. I can't go nowhere. Everyone sees me for who I am. Did this person commit some kind of crimes? Look, watching you. Listen, I feel like this person's probably being watched by someone in authority, okay, for doing some very bad things. I'm getting chills. Okay. I'm going to switch to the Lilith deck here. Okay. She wants to talk. Okay. Tell me about this feeling I'm feeling. Please, Dark Mother, tell us about this. This karma here at the police station. Now, if this isn't yours, it's not yours, but I feel like someone's caught. The devil is caught. Minion, I hear. No reversals. Queen of Swords. The Three of Cups. The Five of Pentacles, one more. And the Hermit. The Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This person lies so much. Their whole reality is built on nothing but lies. Their little group here, their little group, the charity they once had from people, the emotional charity, financial charity, the supporting them, giving to them. If they have their own business, it is not good. They're going to experience some financial loss here. Okay. There is a cutting of words to this person. And there is isolation from a group. And we have the Seven of Swords, and we have these Five of Pentacles. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute. Oh, 6. Sorry. Your auntie can't count, y'all. The 6 of Pentacles. I was like, what? That's right. Okay. So we have the Five of Pentacles moving into the Six of Pentacles. The thing is that because they have lied so much, they have blocked any abundance. Their lies, their misleading people, their inability to be like a normal person. They're always manipulating with words, okay? And, I feel like there is some really dense energy of, let me pull this one card here. This Queen of Swords feels very vengeful. Okay, and I feel like she's coming out of this group here. It's like, I found out what you did. I found out what you did. They may have stolen money from someone, or inheritance, or opportunity, or been so codependent it was just emotionally, I'm getting all kinds of things, but that's not what the reading's about. Okay, we have the Hanged Man again. This person is going to be so stuck, so frozen. It almost feels like they're in jail. Okay. Maybe they're going to spend some time in jail. Perhaps this isolation is from a group. Perhaps they're not going to be able to move because we had the World card here that maybe they planned on moving and the move is going to be canceled. Or they're going to be forced to move into some place where they're not going to be able to get out. I'm seeing a small apartment. I'm hearing, it's beneath me. It's beneath me. It's beneath me. Now, for some of you, this could be them talking to you or about you. It's beneath us. There's this kind of energy coming forward. This person does not know how to survive in isolation. This person doesn't know how to cope without feeding on another's negative emotions. This person has lied to themselves their whole life. Like I said, I think this is a generational spirit. And the thing is, the spirit is not really passing like it was supposed to pass to you, because you chose something else. You chose to not be codependent. You chose to fake busy. I am fake busy. I don't want to be around you. I don't want nothing to do with you. All you do is take, take, take. All you do is make me upset. All you do is use me and talk about me and lie about me. And in spite of all your negativity, I have risen and I have learned and I have grown. And look at you. This person is stuck in like energetic taffy. Have you ever seen taffy like being pulled? If you're not from America, it's like a candy and it's very sticky and it's very tough. okay? And they have to pull it with these machines. And that's what it feels like. Like this person gets stuck in this energetic taffy and they can't get out because they are being called by this karma to change the death card. We didn't forget about the death card over here. They're being called to change. And part of that is dealing with the reality of why do they lie to everyone? Why are they misleading people? Why are they so angry? Why do they need to be codependent? Why? And I gotta tell you, the devil's not really down for any kind of self-reflection, okay? They're busy blaming everyone else. That's the kicker. And as long as they blame everyone else and don't take any responsibility for the messy mess that they're in, they're going to continue to be stuck in a little apartment that's beneath them or a little jail cell that's beneath them. However it rights itself. And I got to tell you, with the devil card, I feel like they may be kicking into some past issues, perhaps addiction, what have you, may kick up, okay, and keep them in that energetic taffy. So it's a pretty intense little situation going on there. Group 1, they I don't see them being able to really go anywhere or do much of anything. It's as if the word liar has been stamped across their forehead. Perhaps you energetically did this in a prayer, a chant, a spell. Perhaps you asked the creator or, your gods, your goddesses, your spirits, however, to mark them as a liar until they tell the truth, kind of thing. And what do you know? Karma has gotten them and they are in the energetic taffy and their life is falling apart. Or it will be. I feel this bottom card. Exhaustion, questioning, motivation, realignment, burrow. There they are. That's what they're doing. How do I get back to where I was? The top card. Roots, ancestry, legacy, tradition. But there you are. Honoring your roots. Honoring those who came before you. Not taking on the vampiric parasite, the codependent monster, and allowing yourself to heal. This person's hiding from the truth. And some of them are wondering why this is happening to them. We have the key, inner calling, clarity, intention. I feel the presence of Lilith in this reading. So you may have asked Lilith for some justice, or you may be a child of Lilith, and she's definitely coming in and helping with some karma here, some justice, okay? This person may have a feeling of being watched because they are. They may be seeing a lot of owls. You may be seeing a lot of owls, and you may be feeling like you're being watched because you are by Lilith. She's like looking after you because you may not realize what you've done. Okay, you may not have taken it all in like, yes, I did this thing, but you've actually done a very big thing. You have broken a cycle. You may not think of it that way, but you should. And you should be really, really proud of yourself. There is clarity coming in for you. When you can make the connection that you have disconnected from this messy mess and you are not codependent any longer. You are free to make decisions that are in your best interest. A lot of good things can happen. Lean on your ancestors. Okay, if you've never worked with your ancestors, I encourage you to try. Okay, you can say a prayer. You can say, "Hey, ancestors, I've never done this before." You can get a token like a picture or something that represents your ancestors, put it on a table with a candle, say a prayer, write a note, whatever feels authentic and whatever is proper within your paradigm, okay? Because I believe in honoring people's paradigms. And some of those paradigms aren't any of my business, and I'm perfectly happy with that, okay? All right, group one, that's what I received. I hope this was an interesting and healing and insightful reading. I really enjoyed doing this reading for you. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, leave me an owl or a bird down below. If you made it this far, I would love to see those. And if you did like this reading and you want to see more, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I would love to have you as a member of my tribe. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group two, all of you who selected Psycho, this is going to be your reading all about you are their karma. You are serving them their karma. All right, so let's get into it. And use your own discernment here. Tell me about the karma of my group two. What's going on here? What is going on here? Tell me about my group two. Now, I'm picking up on, in this picture, how they're about to be stabbed in the back more than anything. Okay, so I feel like this person stabbed you in the back. Okay, and I'm being called to these cards. And I feel like it could be romantic in some way. Okay. All right, we have pioneer, servant, exorcist, and alchemist. Wow. Okay, so I think the servant card is really, it feels like there was a lot of trust, perhaps a little people pleasing going on here, but definitely you did a lot for this person. You were very helpful, and you didn't mind being helpful. It wasn't a burden to be helpful. Okay. You loved being helpful. You loved helping this person in any way you could. And it was very sweet. It was a very sweet feeling. You have pioneer here. I think you have a lot of light within you. Okay. To give. I think you're a beacon of light. We have exorcist here. An alchemist. I really think that even when bad things bubbled up, I think that you thought that you could make it better, or there were misunderstandings, or this and that. Okay. I think that you had really super good intentions. I think there was so much love from you. Okay, I'm going to get a few emotional impact. These are the Empath Oracle cards here. One of my favorite decks. I highly recommend if you're a reader to get these cards. Okay, tell me about my group two. I feel like you really tried releasing emotional weight. And I think you find that if you can release this relationship, if you can release this energy, you will find, or you have found, that your emotional baggage, your anxiety is much less than it used to be. Okay. Now, that means there was a shifting of that energy, and that person who betrayed you, stabbed you in the back, began to take on their emotional weight. How it should be. Okay. How it was supposed to be in the first place. But they don't like that. They don't like that at all. And like, how dare you not serve me? How dare you not do what you've always done and taken care of me? How dare you? How dare you step to me? How dare you not trust me? You really think I would do that? You really think that I would betray you or stab you in the back after everything you've done? You really think that? Monkeying around comes across as happy-go-lucky and charismatic, but will never take anyone seriously. Oh, there's so much in that card right there. I'll just take the one that's facing down. We have not so pretty Ricky. Okay. Thinks they are cute and still have it going on, but they ugly as hell. Energetically and physically. Listen, this person, and you probably already know this, okay, but I'm going to tell you anyway. This person did not care for you the way you cared for them. And this monkeying around business, they were fooling around. And I think you probably found out about it. Now, the fooling around could be literally cheating on you, okay? They could have been fooling around with your money. They could be fooling around with your time, okay? Or they could literally be fooling around. Some of you guys have a best friend that isn't your best friend. Y'all got friends who aren't your friends. Be careful who you let in your home around your family. Okay, not every friend. Some friends want what you have because they think it's so sweet. They don't realize that not so pretty Ricky here is a backstabbing, shut your mouth, is a backstabber. And the truth is, you were a servant because you were constantly cleaning up after this person. I feel it. There are financial issues, physically cleaning up after them. This person feels lazy, entitled, rude. And you deserve a love that loves you respectfully, devoted entirely. We have grief and face. Boy, they're in the dark woods now. All their stuff is coming back to haunt them. Book. Yeah, I feel like they have tried to hide a lot in their closet. Oh, golly. Yo, there's some serious stuff going on for some of you. Like, they're hiding a lot in the closet, if you know what I'm saying. Like, the reason why they treat people the way they do is because they haven't accepted things about themselves. Ooh, that feels really dark. Some of you have someone who is a user and they don't know how to be in a relationship with someone without using them. They do not know how to love somebody because they do not love themselves. And some of them don't even know how to face themselves because of the things they've done. It's that bad. They have thrown people away. You may be one of the people they've thrown away. And this karma feels like someone's secrets. They're the boxes of stuff they'd rather forget that are in the back of their closet. those boxes are coming out. And it is frightening. I almost feel as if this person is being haunted. They're feeling the weight of their own emotional baggage, maybe for the first time. And they can't handle it because that baggage is loaded with the using of other people, the suffering of other people. It's like a horror story. The paranoia is kicking in. At work, they don't trust anybody. Their friendships, they're starting to look at people like, we're not really friends. You're using me. I know because I use people and I attract people who use other people. They're going to realize that the people in their circle, the people they call friends, family, what have you, are users. They learn to use people this way by being around people who use. This kind of stuff can be family from families, okay, who are users. They may have they maybe have a lot of material possessions and feel very entitled. They may not know the real value of anything because they've never had to. This feels dense. I think you really tried. But this person, they're a professional backstabber. That's what they do. They backstab people. But man, their skeletons in the closet are talking. The skeletons literally are walking out of the closet and saying, hey, did you hear about John Bob? I'm going to tell you all about him. Okay, here is a long list of things about him you should know. And this person has messed over, like, I'm seeing like elderly people, mothers with babies, single parents, celebration, special occasion, reunion. Ooh. Tell me about this Halloween. Tell me about this. We want to know. Contest, competition, fighting, show off, wanting attention. Oh. I feel like they're being called out for being an attention seeker. There's jealousy here. They're very jealous of other people, what other people have. Okay, this reminds me of like people I used to know. Okay, this is like people who, and they may not have money. Okay, but this is what it reads to me like. Okay, it's like people who have money who never have to worry about like what things cost, right? And all of a sudden they don't really have money, but they're still living in their big house with their china, right? And they're still throwing away like china. Let's just call china. And then one day they have to go buy china and they throw a hissy fit when they find out how expensive bone china really is. But they threw it all away because they thought, oh, I can get more. Because I'm rich. No, you're not. You lost all your money. You just live in that big house. And your fancy clothes are like 10 years old. So this is somebody who has expired as far as like being like, I get this energy of like moving fast, being in the hot lane, doing the business, like the party time, excellent kind of energy. They've passed that point like 10 years ago or whatever, 5 years ago, but they're still putting it on. And the closet here, the skeletons, have a lot of secrets. Tell me about these secrets. This is their karma. Show off. Nobody wants to be around this person because they're always in competition. This person is very jealous and they're always in competition. Somebody's money's ran out. Their money's ran out. That's part of the karma here. They don't got no money. Tell me about this. Well, I can't show you this card, but needless to say, they're really messed up over you. They are really messed up over you. But here's the thing. I don't think they're messed up over you. I think they're messed up over what you did for them, what you could do for them because of your light, because of all the things you did for this person. Because you did a lot. You did more than you should have. And you know this. You know you did because you love them. But they did not love you. They still don't love you. And do not let this person ever, trick you into thinking, oh, I love you, I miss you. No, they miss what you could do. See, twin flames here. This card came out. Don't let them do this. Don't let them do this to you. Okay? Just because you may be twin flames doesn't mean you should be together. Okay? This person is unhealed and they're a liar. So if they say, oh, we're twin flames, well, do twin flames treat you like servants? Is that your life? What can you do for me and then you not receive anything back? Does that seem like a very healthy twin flame experience to you? No. Listen, if it's toxic, honey. And it doesn't matter what label's on it. Sometimes we have to get real. Tell me more. But the thing is, what I'm feeling here is this person, I feel like part of their karma is they're like, that was my twin and I treated them like crap. That was my twin and I treated them so badly. That was my person and I was so horrible. But I feel like that's something they say like at 2:00 in the morning after a few drinks. Like it's not like a healthy mindset. It's in a state of misery and pity. We have close the cycle and rejected. And that's what's happened here. The cycle is closed. And you've had to move on from this person. Or you're moving on from this person. Okay? And there's a lot going on here. I think you may miss them, but I think you missed how they made you feel needed. That's not love. Missing how someone made you feel needed isn't love, okay? Love is different. It's give and take. It's someone, wanting to be with you because they enjoy your company, not because they need your company. The Knight of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. Why do I feel like this Knight of Wands is going to set the wheel on fire? This is karma. A fiery wheel is around this person, spinning. Where it stops, nobody knows. But those skeletons in the closet, they keep talking. The Knight of Swords, aggressive, no reversals. This person is having very aggressive self-talk. It is blocking them from moving forward. And this Knight of Wands is like, they're like burning bridges with people. It's blocking them from moving forward. The karma of the Ace of Wands here. It feels like with the Six of Pentacles. I'm kind of reading these intuitively. I feel like this person is stuck in some really negative, aggressive self-talk. And the karma here is very dense. And it feels like they get inspired to do the wrong thing, to make the wrong decisions. But it's so inspired. It's like being inspired to do the wrong thing and then having to beg for money. Okay? Tell me more about this. I feel like, see how this person's begging for money on this side and the scales are here? I feel like that's justice. Things are not working out the way this person thought. And I do feel like they're very jealous of this person here. See how they're getting money put in their hands? Why can't that be me? Because you have taken advantage. That person took advantage. So it's like they get inspired to do the wrong thing, make the wrong moves, and they're stuck in their head. They can't get any good energy flow at all. And it's because they don't take responsibility. They do not take responsibility. You can't be a mess in your own house, not taking personal responsibility in your own house, in your own life, and expect out in the business world or out in the world for everything to magically fall together. You gotta be consistent in who you are as a person, right? I feel like this person was really awful to you. I think they were aggressive in the way they spoke to you. And I think they often probably apologized for that and came back and was like, hey, I'm coming back. It's all good. I didn't mean it, blah, blah, blah. And you often were like, I love this person. I want to give them another chance. Until it became too much of a burden. Until it became too much. And here's the deal, hangman. Boy, that hangman is coming out a lot. Here's the thing. This person is experiencing the burden. The burdens that you felt, they have it now. And they're stuck. They're stuck right here. They're stuck in this energy of being heavily burdened, but they can't move forward. They're not able to move forward. They're stuck in this. I got this in group 1. They were stuck in taffy. This group here is stuck in negative self-talk. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. It's like they're trying to make moves and they doubt every move they try to make. And so they misfire. And they can't get out of it. And they can't seem to make any money. And every inspired idea is wrong. Because they are misaligned. Because they haven't taken responsibility for anything they've done. Same with group 1. You may be pulled to group 1 too. That happens sometimes in my readings. I think the doubt that you had in yourself, like, am I doing the right thing? Are they happy? Was it me? I must be horrible. I must not be good enough. I must not be this. This person making you feel small. Okay? Now, those emotions that you've had are on this person, and it's like tenfold. No new beginning, although I'm not reading reversals. Any new beginning, any new inspiration, anything like that, they cannot make it go. And they are so frustrated. So they sit and think about it. And their words are aggressive, not just to themselves, but to others. They are talking very ugly to people. And let me tell you, when you're ugly to people, the wheel isn't going to turn in your favor. Okay, the wheel is going to go in reverse. Like, let's reverse this and see if we can't get you right. You need a little karma. I feel like also they may start having the experience where people start speaking to them the way they speak to other people. People like this, especially the entitled, they really don't like that. Like, how dare you speak to me this way? Well, you're no different. You're a human being, just like I'm a human being, and you have no right to speak to me like I am less than you. you know, um, especially in your situation, because I feel like this person's situation is not good. Okay. Like I explained before, it reminds me of somebody who was born into maybe money or a position or something. And this could be just my example. Okay. So use your own discernment. And they've been given money and everything. And all of a sudden they don't have that anymore. And so they're driving, for years they're driving the new car, but now it's old, right? Because they haven't taken care of it because they don't know how, because they've always had money and people have always taken care of those things. They have the same clothes from 10 years ago because same. It's like a rich person who forgets to pay their electric bill. Do you know that happens more often than you think among people who have money? Unless they have an accountant who does it every month, a lot of them will forget. So, it's kind of funny. Not this, your situation isn't funny. I'm just saying it's kind of humorous how disconnected from the world a lot of people are. And so when they start having to like go to the grocery store, when they have to start like going to the post office and paying the electric bill, when they have to start doing things like that, they can't seem to function. This person may have counted on you to help with that because they always depended on someone else to help them be an adult. Okay, let's get a few more cards here. What else we have for group 2? I feel like this person's super frustrated. And they're going to remain that way until they can see the truth of themselves. It's like a spinning top. They're just going to keep spinning. The pack, inner work, deep connection, soul tribe. And that's what's coming forward for you. Your soul tribe. You may start seeing them already. They may be in your life right now. Okay, these are people who you will have a deep connection with, and you may not understand it. And they may show up one by one, or they may show up all at once. Okay, but these are people who you will feel immediately like at home with. You'll feel like you know them. You've known them for years because you have past lives with them. We have flow, recovery, moving on, finding peace. That's you. That's you. Look at that flow. Look at that card. Come on, card. Come on, flow. Oh, that feels good. See, here's the thing. You get your energy back. You're no longer giving it to someone who does not appreciate it. So it feels good to be in your own skin. We have blood moon, illusion, uncertainty, narcissism. Well, this person who we're talking about with the karma, they're going to deal with a lot of uncertainty. They just are. They're going to have a lot of immense pressure. They're going to have a lot of obstacles that they can't clear. And it really is going to be a season of them being stuck in their head and a lot of aggressive self-talk. And although I am not a counselor nor a psychiatrist, okay, so I'm just a woman with a gift and I'm sharing it with you. We have a narcissism here. And I feel like this person, through this reading, has given off narcissism. They are self-serving, and in everything they do, it is, what can I get out of that person? What can I get out of you? What can you give me? Not what can we share? What can we grow together? What experiences can we have together? What can I learn from you? What can you learn from me? It's what can I get from you? It's very predatory and extremely unhealthy. And this person is going to be like in a sea of a narcissism. And the thing is, they are going to be surrounded by people who are like this. And they're going to start to notice how people are being narcissistic with them. It's like the mirror. The universe sometimes has these big old mirrors they hold up, and they'll hold up one, and if you refuse to look into it, they hold up another, and then another, and it just keeps going until finally you're like, okay, I see. I'm a narcissist, or I'm a sociopath, or I'm a whatever. I mean, if you're any of those things, you should seek treatment, okay? But just an example. And I feel like for you, there's more peace. There's more self-knowing. There's more healing. There's more alignment for you moving forward into your next stage of your life. I feel like there's more new beginnings for you. So that's what I received for you, Group 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I enjoyed reading for you. If you made it this far, put a wolf down below. A wolf, a puppy, whatever you'd like to let me know that you made it this far. And if you enjoyed this reading, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I would love to have you as a member of my tribe. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you watching. Your likes and your comments, they really mean so much to me. And I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, Group 3, all of you who selected the Frankenstein. This is going to be your reading all about you are serving them karma. You are their karma. All right. So be sure to use your own discernment with this reading. Okay. The first card that flopped out is Agarthans, manifesting multidimensional perception and attunement. I want to tell you something about Group 3. I feel like Group 3 is a big old monster. And I feel like it's a big situation. Okay. It could be affecting many people. All right. And yeah, I'm going to get some more energy here. So I feel like you are part of a group of people who are picking up on this energy. Tell me more about this. My Group 3, tell me more. Tall whites, uncertainty, distrust, guarded. Yep. And we have the fire element, warrior, passion, fearlessness. This energy is rising. Okay. Now, Frankenstein himself wasn't maybe a bad guy, right? But the system was a bad thing. And it feels like we're talking about a negative systemic issue here. We have Kabbalah, Tree of Life, Integration, Life Lessons, Emanation. And this is karma being served on a larger collective. Okay. People who have done sneaky things. People who have tried to keep dead things alive. They've done things that are abominable, forbidden things, and hurtful things, because they did bring misery to Frankenstein. They really did. He was alive but limited in what he could do. And it feels as if the Agarthans here, they know how bad this is, how deep the poison runs, because they themselves have in some way been touched by this poison. They are aware of how it manifests because they've experienced it. And the people behind this Frankenstein are also aware that people are picking up on the fact that they are behind Frankenstein, that they are the monsters, not Frankenstein. Okay, tell me more about the situation. This feels generational. It feels like it's happening right now. Tell me more. I feel the system is getting weaker. This is part of the karma being brought upon the system. It's getting weaker. We're seeing more and more chaos, more and more lack of cohesion, more and more tiny fist outrage is what I'm getting, like tiny fists, outraged. They're just so mad. These tiny fists are the tiny fists of rage. you know, they're raging against something that they know inevitably will be their undoing. We have the devil, Haxon. Well, well. Well, well. So many people know Hellraiser. These people thought they were untouchable. These people thought they were beyond reproach. These people thought that karma, the wheel, justice, they were above it. Wrong. Friendship. I think that's the American Werewolf in London. They're finding part of their karma is they can't trust anybody because people are starting to turn. They're starting to run for cover because they know that it's going to be found out. They know that people are on to them and what they're doing. They're suspicious. Okay, good people are suspicious and they're getting riled up. They're getting passionate about finding out what exactly is going on. And the karma that's coming is pain. Pain. The scales being balanced. You are their karma. You are part of their karma. Your energy. You're removing of it and you're giving to it. You seeing the truth. You eyeballing the truth. That is part of their karma. Because this is a group of people that never, ever thought they would be found out. They thought they were protected by the devil himself. What they don't know is a lot. This group of people have done unimaginable things, and many of them will hide behind shields of religion. And we have to be really careful with that. There is serious loss involved here. And they are trying to escape the inevitable. They feel it. A lot of them have had oracles of their own. Astrologers tell them this is coming. You can't escape it. You can dig as deep into the earth and build your little bunker all you want, but you're not going to escape this. It will play out as it is today. And whether your eyes just seeing truth is what you do, you're a witness to the truth, that is karma. Because if you've never been in a situation where such deep, dark secrets have been kept, you may not understand the power of someone witnessing the truth to a victim or to someone who has been done this wrong. It's very powerful. It changes things when we're willing to witness truth, no matter how ugly it is. This karma, Hellraiser, one of my favorite horror movies. This whole movie is about the Cenobites tearing you apart for fun. This will be their undoing in every way. And they will try and they will fail. They will try to protect themselves. They will try and run for cover, but the truth will not escape them. It will not escape them. Many of you, I can't ignore the fact that this is Haxan, okay? Many of you may have been casting on this. You may have been touched by this in your own personal life, because this is a big collective of people who've been affected by this poison that's been within the human collective. It has been poisonous. It has not done anything good, because here's the deal. Doing some good for show, doing some bad you can't see. Doing some good for show, doing more bad you can't see. Doing some good for show, do you see it? I've done so much bad, you can't even see the good anymore because the scales are so out of whack. And I mentioned her before, I'm going to mention her again, the goddess Nemesis. Now, yeah, she's a vengeful goddess, she's a revenge goddess, blah, 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 all that, okay. But she really is the hand, the strong hand of justice. When the scales are out of balance, who do you call? Nemesis, because she comes in and puts her hand right on the scale. Because the scale has been out of balance for millennia. It's been out of balance for a very long time. And we have dark goddess energy, not just Nemesis. We have Lilith. We have Hecate. We have so many others I could insert here that have been hearing the cries of people for relief, for justice. And what's happened is we started to have movement. And then the monsters behind Frankenstein were like, oh, we can't have this. So we get aggression. We get the thumb placing down on people, hoping you'll be afraid. You don't want to see the truth. You don't want to see it because we'll push down more. But here's the deal. If everyone sees the truth, no amount of pushing down is going to make anyone unlearn it. I'm just saying. Let's get some tarot here. Tell me more about this. I'm using the Oracle of Lilith tarot cards here. My friend Rosie at the Abyss Tarot TAT got these for me. Oh, it feels heavy. It feels heavy. This isn't easy. Tell me about this karma. I feel the undoing. I feel I see. I know. I see you. I see your friendship. See it? I see your friendship. I see the wickedness here. I see your buddy. I see how y'all buddy up. I see how you cover each other's tracks. I see it. We all see it. Don't blame it on a spirit. Don't come back and tell me that a spirit made you do it. You did it of your own volition. Don't blame it on some spirit. You don't get the easy way out, man. It's going to be hard all the way. We have the Eight of Pentacles here. We have Justice. And we have the Lovers. My lovers are wearing bikinis. We have Justice coming in hardcore. Justice been working hard, going to continue to work hard nights, okay? Long, hard nights to even this out. the lovers, being balanced in masculine and feminine energies. Tell me more about the lovers. Justice coming in. I'm feeling justice for humanity, justice for this collective of people who've been affected by this parasitic, wicked, anti-life vermin that infested the human collective. Tell me about this justice, Mother. We have the Five of Cups and the Hierophant. The corrupt will be revealed. The corrupt, the Hierophant is a leadership card. So the corrupt, I'm going to move these around. The corrupt in leadership, the corrupt will be revealed. What I'm getting here is why they're busy worrying about the cups that spilled. There's 2 more cups over here that everyone's looking at. Why they try to distract with these 3 cups. There's really 2 more cups over here to look at. And this leadership. Tell me about this leadership. Tell me about this leadership. The Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups. I feel like it's going to fall apart. There's going to be a breakthrough of truth. Truth is going to break through. This justice is about the truth being revealed. And with this Ace of Cups, I'm feeling in the negative. I'm feeling a lack of compassion, a lack of love, a lack of care. Any kind of compassion or love or care that they have expressed towards the collective has been a lie. It's been for manipulation. They don't deserve to be a leader. They don't deserve to, be queen of the brownies. They don't deserve to be like, the elven queen. They don't deserve their place, okay? And the truth of this will be revealed, okay? Because while they're looking at the 3 of Cups, what are we going to do about these 3 of Cups, y'all? What are we going to do? These 3 of Cups, they see these 3 of Cups spilled. We have to cover it up. There's 2 other cups over here that the collective is looking at and seeing the truth. I'm trying to save face. That's what I hear. I'm trying to save face. There's no face for you to save. We have the Ace of Wands and the Hangman. The Hangman has come out in all 3 groups. They're not going to be able to figure out how to fool this group anymore. Every time they try, every new beginning, every fresh start is going to be it's going to fall. It's going to just wither. They're going to be stuck. There's going to be a lack of motion. I feel like, tell me what else. I feel like there's something else here. There's a lot of cards. Okay, we got all 4 aces here. Judgment and the 9 of Wands. The Judgment, see, all these aces here tell me that they try to do a reset, a restart. This could actually be them trying to affect the timeline, trying to re-jump it in different ways. This is also a message about, like, they lack empathy, okay? They materially, like any kind of material promises made, are not founded. This Ace of Swords, I feel like it cuts through a lot of the lies. And I feel like these also represent distractions thrown out for people to see in this group. While this person's over here like, boo-hoo-hoo, look at my cards, boo-hoo-hoo, boo-hoo-hoo. They're throwing out, oh, look at that Ace of Cups. Look at this. Oh, look at that. Oh, look, money. Okay. But meantime, we have judgment and justice coming out saying, oh no, you're not going anywhere. We're not going to let you go anywhere. Okay. Because the human race has been through a lot. The collective has been through enough. So it's time now for the system behind Frankenstein to get their karma. And the thing is, it's kind of a universal law, if you will. I don't know about law, but you know, it has to even out. The energies need to even out in this particular reality, and they haven't. And now is the time. Things are shifting. People themselves are changing, and this is part of the thing that they can't stop and they can't change no matter what they do. Is human beings are waking up within this reality to a system that has some issues, let's say. And no matter what happens, people still, no matter what, okay, here's a distraction. Here's a flying UAP. Okay, woo, I'm flying. Look at me, look at me, look at me. And they think, oh, if you look over here, you're going to forget about the devil over here. The devil with the friends. No, you're like, oh yeah, I've seen one of those. What about this? What about this? And then they come over here and they're like, oh, hey, hey, look, we have a flying sword. Woo, 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 woo. It's coming from deep in space. Woo, woo, woo. And you're like, yeah, that's great. What about this? And they come in with the wands. Hey, hey, look, it's stuff from the ocean. It's stuff from the ocean. What are we going to do? You're like, yeah, that's great. Okay, what about this over here? And they say, hey, look, this is serious. What are we going to do about this? And again, the collective answers, we see it, we know it's serious, and we kind of know that you may be the problem. And it goes back to this. The thing is, it's inescapable. We have justice and judgment. This is something that no matter what they do, they cannot escape from. They can't make it not happen. We can't unknow, we can't unsee all the things that we know because really we know a lot of things about a lot of people in this situation. You know, you could point this out as several different things. Okay. So use your own discernment with this one. But there's major karma here. There's a lack of this system, this group being able to like restart it, reset it, rethink it. Okay. Because there are people in the collective who are like, no, 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 we're not doing that. No. And so there's this lingering energy of being frozen. And I will tell you, there's an anger with that. There's an anger of, huh? We have to move. We have to do. We have to save face. And no matter what happens here, no faces will be saved. Because this is a very dense situation. But it must be balanced. The karma must be balanced here. And a lot of us are witnesses to this. And you may feel it in your system, like in your energetic system. Okay? Because this is generational. This is a generational issue. There's been a lot of using of people in ways we don't even know that we've been used. There's been a lot of using of all kinds of things in all kinds of ways. And if you really start looking at it, it's overwhelming. But know that the hand of justice, the hand of karma is moving. And it's not moving in their favor. People will know the truth. And It will never be unknown, no matter what they say or do. Well, that was heavy. That was a heavy one, wasn't it? Well, okay, group 3, that's what I received for you. I hope this was a insightful and interesting and hopefully healing reading. I really enjoyed doing this for you. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, leave me a, let's see, what can you leave me? What can you leave me? You want to leave me a, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. Leave me some fire. Frankenstein, fire, fire. So leave me some fire. And Frankenstein's one of my favorite horror movies, but in this case, fire, fire. So leave me some fire. And if you enjoyed this reading, and want to see more, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I would love to have you as a member of my tribe. I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.